Hey guys, I'm going to be doing a review on the Franco Kernel Updater app. I've been getting a few requests for this, but I just got a message today of someone who wanted help. I'm going to put his YouTube username right there. If you just go to the Play Store, you can download this. So if we just go to the Play Store and just search for Franco Kernel, this will be the first thing that pops up. He also has a free one. I recommend the paid version because you can do so much more. But if you can't afford the paid version right now, you see there is also the Franco Kernel Updater free. So if you want that, of course you can download and install that. But once you open the app, you'll see the supported devices, which are the Galaxy Nexus, the One X, the Galaxy S3, and the Nexus 7. Sorry about that. And also you can see what version you're on. He updates this, I want to say almost every day, because every time like I wake up there's always an update for this app. So as you can see, I'm running the 283 nightly. The latest stable version is Milestone 6 that just came out, so I'm going to be downloading and installing that. I can click here to choose auto flash or download the .zip. If I download the zip, I just have to flash that in Clockwork mod. But I'm going to show you guys the auto flash. You see, he gives you this. Helps you out with the latest stable kernels, or the latest nightlies also. So I can download the .zip from here, or I can just auto flash it. I'm going to choose the auto flash, and as you can see, it downloads. It downloads pretty quick if you have a decent Wi-Fi connection. So. Okay, and once that's done, it's going to ask if I want to reboot, and I'm just going to say yes. And this is going to wipe the cache and install the kernel and do everything for me, which I think is awesome because you don't even really have to do anything, but just hit yes. If you do choose the .zip way, if you download the zip, just reboot into recovery, just wipe cache, and then install that zip from SD card. It's the same process as this, but with this you don't have to actually boot into recovery. So I'll be back when this boots up. Alright, and we are back. I don't think it wiped the cache because it didn't say Android is upgrading. You know how it starts a little box. So if you wipe cache, you'll get the little Android is upgrading. But I didn't get that when this booted up, so I don't think it wiped the cache. I'm waiting for everything to kind of sync. It's still kind of starting up, so don't worry about the lag. I mean, the phone's trying to start up, so let's just go to About Phone, and as you can see, we're running the kernel version. We're running Franco Kernel Milestone 6 that we just downloaded, or it's number 289 if you want to look at that. So let's go back home, and as you can see, it's been granted to user permission, so let's open it. And if we go over, that's where we download the latest nightlies and also the latest stable kernels. But there's also the lean kernel download. I've never used lean kernel. If you guys have, and you think it's better, you know, feel free to leave a comment, let me know. There's also the backup, so if you want to try out this kernel but you don't know how it's going to act with your device, you can back up your current kernel, and then if you don't like the Franco kernel, you can just restore that kernel. And this is where you can set the max CPU, which is 1804 or 1.8 gigahertz. I have mine at 1600 because I have it like where it's like it doesn't always run at 1600, but when it needs to, it kicks it up to that, which helps a lot. The minimum CPU, I usually just leave that as stock, which was a 350. So, and also the scaling governors. I just selected the weekly, I think yesterday, because I wanted to try it out, see how it performed. But I usually use on-demand or interactive. But if you're playing a game and you want the full power, I would use performance, because that's when it kicks up to 1.6 gigahertz or 1.7. That's where you can mess with the governor control. You can set CPU settings on boot. You can set governor control on boot. on boot. Also, you can mess with your can't think of the word. You can mess with the voltage of your CPU. I don't really mess with that because I'm not too good at it. So unless someone points me towards a video or a thread explaining it, I'm not really gonna mess with it. As you can see, this is a dual core phone though, because it has CPU core 0 online and also 1. If like the Nexus 7 has all 4 of these highlighted, and I can turn them on and off, I think, or it just shows which ones are online and which ones are off. And then here's the maximum frequency for when the screen is off. I have turned thermal throttle off because if my phone is getting kind of high, I'm going to know it, and I'm just going to kind of set it down. That way it don't burn through the phone and mess it up. But I turn this off so that it won't slow the processor down and lag the speed. And if it gets to 110 degrees Celsius, it'll just turn off. Turn F-Sync on. This is when you want more I/O speed. Again, don't really mess with that. You can turn off the logger. You can turn on enable fast USB charge. I usually always have it on the AC, like, because I have the charger by my bed, so I don't have to really use that because it's not connected to the computer that much, unless I have to download a really big ROM. Wi-Fi PM fast. This helps speed up like the Wi-Fi speed to your device, so I use that. Battery life extender. I tried using this, and I put it at like 105% just to see if it would change the percentage value up there. It didn't change it, so I'm not sure if it works behind the scenes and it don't show it up there, or if it's just me. Also, you can boost up the sound, like the volume coming out of your speakers, and you can also have high performance sound. So instead of having it choppy when you turn it up, if you turn that on, it helps. He also has a custom boot animation, if you guys want to check that out. I haven't ever used his boot animation, but I'll download it and show you guys. This will be like the first time because I haven't really seen it either. So it's downloading the boot animation. I think it's downloading. Since it's checked on, I'm assuming it did apply the new boot animation. If you don't want to use it, just uncheck it. By default, it comes unchecked anyways. This is also where you can create power modes, which is kind of cool because it's like the profiles for your CPU and all that. So we'll go to create one, and let's do maximum CPU clock. Like, so you can change stuff like that, and you can have single core mode. You can change most of the stuff on here, and also you can create your own. So if you don't like the ones that come like pre-installed, you can create your own also. And just like any AOK ROM, you can mess with the colors of your screen. I don't, because it's fine just how it is to me. But if you don't like how your screen looks, go through some of these color options and like just change it up and see which ones you like better. Also, you can disable some OMAP for gamma enter. I don't know what that is. I'm not even gonna lie. NPU voltage. Again, I don't mess with the voltages because I really don't understand it yet. I'm gonna be looking into it this weekend though, so that way I actually kind of know. So that way, if someone asks me a question about it, I can answer them without lying to them. So if we go up here to menu, we can also donate. We can view the about me, the changelog, the nightly changelog, and there's also a theme. So we can do holo light, or holo light with dark action bar. So I'm pretty sure this is on. Yeah, it's already on dark holo. This is where it turns white, I believe. Ooh. Actually, the white kind of looks like a Apollo music player. If you guys ever use that on CyanogenMod, that's what it kind of reminds me of, actually. Let's go back up here to change holo light with. That actually looks. I think I'm gonna keep that because that looks pretty sweet. Let me show you guys this on the Nexus 7 also, by the way. That way I can show you guys like the manual flash. Alright guys, so this is the kernel on the Nexus 7. Well, this is the Nexus 7, but I'm going to go to settings, show you guys what kernel I'm running at the moment. You can see this ROM is being kind of slow. I'm not sure why, but we're running Franco Kernel number 18, so nightly version. So let's open up the app, and again, the first page you see is the main. But I found out that on the tablet version, you can just choose which pages you wanted to go to without swiping. So I have the number 18 installed, while the latest stable is number 21. So I'm going to download the latest stable kernel. There is no where I have to just download it and install it. So I'm just going to say, so this is a boot image. If you guys get a boot image, just boot into your bootloader, which is volume down, volume up, and power all at the same time. And once you do that, just put this boot image, if you guys ever get one for the kernel, just put it in a folder with your fastboot and stuff, and then type fastboot flash boot.img. I'll put like a thing up there of what to type, but just put the boot image in like any folder which has like your ADB tools, fastboot tools, basically your Android folder. And that's how I flashed the first kernel that he had available for this. I don't have a boot image to show you guys how to flash, but if you just put the boot image in that folder and open up a command prompt in that folder, then I'll put that up there of what to type in the command prompt and how to flash it. And if you guys don't know how to boot into the bootloader on your phone or tablet, it's different for every tablet and phone, but since we're talking about the Nexus 7, if you just press and hold both volume rockers and the power key, like just hold those at the same time while the tablet's off, of course, and you will get the little Android with the open chest. Don't hit anything. That is your bootloader. If you plug in the USB cable, that's when you can just type fastboot flash boot.im boot. I'll put it up there. I can't even say it. I'll be back when this boots up too. And we are back. So this just booted up. I'm going to unlock it. And if we go into our settings, let's just jump right into settings and let's go to about tablet. You can see we're running the number 21 that we just flashed. So let's go back home. And if we go to this app, we also have the same settings in this app, so I'm not going to go over them again. Wait for it to grant super user permissions. Once you just power on your phone or tablet, I recommend waiting a few minutes for everything to kind of settle down. Or unless you're a normal person and don't have like 300 apps like I do, you don't really have to wait as long as I do for everything to settle. So sorry about that. But see, you also have the latest settings that you have on the Galaxy Nexus version, but since this is a quad-core tablet, you can see that it has up to CPU Core 3, but everything else is pretty much the same actually. So let me power off and show you guys how to flash something in your bootloader or fast boot mode. It's kind of the same as like the HTC Droid Incredible 2. Since I have the S on, you have to boot into the bootloader and fast boot mode, and got to flash the boot image for the ROM through there. That's why I like the Nexus devices. It's just fast boot OEM unlock, you flash recovery, bam, done. Alright, and this is off, so we're going to press and hold both volume keys. And, got this. Okay, and you are going to get this. This is also the same on the Galaxy Nexus, by the way. So once you get this, if you just plug in your USB cable, you will, since it's already in fast boot mode, that'll just change the fast boot USB, and then I'll even put it up here again. Just type fastboot flash boot.img, and once you do that, it's only going to take like 1 second. Once you do that, just hit the power and it will reboot your tablet. But I'm gonna actually leave you guys with the boot animation because I did download it. So no reboot. So I'm gonna leave you guys with the custom boot animation. Again, I've never seen this, so I'm doing this instead of writing my 5-page paper that I should probably really do. But this is more important to me, and I don't like typing, so I like how they're both starting up at the same time. That's actually kind of sweet. I like how it kind of breaks off like that. I might use this instead of the stock little Nexus thing, because I think this looks pretty awesome. I want to show you guys the stock boot animation, but my tablet is not turning on for some reason. So I'm just gonna put that as a picture. You guys didn't see that. This also boots up faster than the stock boot animation too, by the way. I like how the apps is in the middle instead of on the side, how it usually is. I had to start up. But that was my quick look at the Franco Kernel Updater app, and also kind of partially how to install it. Again, if you guys don't need help with installing the boot image, which you guys shouldn't really get a boot image, but if you do, like, I'm pretty sure if you ask on the forums, or if you ask me in general, I will help you. If you get stuck on a certain part, make sure you have the drivers. Everybody asks me, why isn't this working? Why isn't this flashing? If you don't have the drivers on your PC, your computer can't recognize your device. And if your computer doesn't recognize your device, fastboot is not a recognized command. Again, remember to get the drivers. If you don't have the drivers, let me know, because I have the drivers for this in my Dropbox. I will link you to them and just download and install them. I also have the HTC drivers because everybody asks me where they're at. So if you guys need help, just let me know. I will help you guys out. If you have any apps that you want me to look at or / review kind of thing, let me know, and I will do that for you guys also. Or if you guys have any custom ROMs that you want me to look at, or if you guys want me to look at the stock 4.1.2 ROM, I might do like an unrooting video and then an upgrading to 4.1.2 and then rerouting. I don't know why, but I guess if you guys want that, just post a comment below. If this video helped you guys out any, make sure to hit the like button, and if you want to see more videos, just subscribe.